The way for something to stop and get rid of Hamas, get rid of all this problem is go to the negotiation table, give these people their whatever's left of 22% of what's left of their country, give them a sovereign state to live on, and give them their independence. Then they have no reason to attack Israel. And if they do, we're all going to be against them. You understand? But as long as you are enforcing your occupation and subjugation of the Palestinian people and pretending that they're attacking you for no reason, in the real world right now in the United States, we're not living in it right now because of the idiots that are, if you say something, you're an anti-Semite, or if you say stop the genocide is, in international law, the Palestinians have every right to attack Israel. And October 7th, it was a natural reaction to an occupation. The only difference is the killing of civilians, which we're all against. Nobody wants to see dead civilians, whether it's Palestinians, whether it's Jews or Christians, whatever they are. Civilians are civilians. They are not part of the war machines. And I still have second ideas of what really took place on October 7th, who did the most killing. And Hannibal Doctrine was used effectively by Israel's military, where they burnt 400 people to crisp. And the H guys don't have that weapon to burn anybody to death. You understand?
Again and again, just like Hamas leaders promised, this is what you expect the Israelis or the Israeli leadership to accept.
Hamas should not be allowed to run a Welk stall at the end of all this. They should have.
So how do you achieve that? How do you achieve that?
Well,
who's volunteering there to demilitarize the Gaza Strip?
With respect, Ambassador, you clearly don't achieve it with the way that you're trying to achieve it. All you're achieving at the moment is making Israel more and more of a global pariah. When only a few days ago, you have 2 doctors in Gaza who have 10 children, and 9 of them are killed in a bombardment by your forces. That doesn't make people feel, oh, this is all going great.
9 children were killed while they were asleep. And the world, the mass media, and the legislative of the United States wouldn't shut up over the 2 people who were killed in Washington, D.C., who worked for the Israeli embassy, who are adults, and it's wrong what happened, what took place. But why didn't you report that too? Aren't they human beings when you kill 9 brothers and sisters? That's what I'm saying.
It makes people think that you're waging a systematic destruction, not just of property and of land, but also of children. And that's what's happening.
Piers.
The percentage of children that you're killing compared to the percentage of you're killing of Hamas terrorists, what is it? Do you know? Do you
Piers,
know how many children you've killed? Answer me that one question. Do you know how many Hamas terrorists you've killed and how many children you've killed? Do you know those 2 numbers?
I know the numbers that came from the IDF. I know the numbers that came from a very, very established
Give me the 2 numbers. Give me the 2 numbers.
Wait a second. We killed 30,000. We killed 30,000 terrorists in phase 1 of the war. Since the war is back, I don't have the numbers. But let me tell you one thing. We never target civilians. So this question is irrelevant.
How many children have you killed?
Piers, Israel is not killing children. Israel is not killing children. Hamas is using them as human shields.
Israel is killing children every single day.
Piers, this is a blood libel.
It's a blood libel. Can't you hear? Why do they use these? They have these credit card of victimhood. That's anti-Semitism. No, it's not. I said it, then it is. It's a blood libel. You're telling us we're killing all these children. You are killing all these children. You are killing all these children. Everybody knows that. I know.
You're putting on Israel. You know it's not true.
What? No, it's not actually. And what you're trying to do is be very weaselly with your words. The truth is, you are killing a lot of children. You would argue you're doing.
Why it's caused?
Hang on,
because
let me finish.
Hamas is using them as human shields, and you know that.
Let me finish my question to you. You are killing a lot of children on a daily basis. That is indisputable. My interesting question for you is, how come you know exactly how many Hamas terrorists you've killed, but you have no idea how many children you've killed?
Piers, I will give you the answer, because when you're accusing a country of killing children, it sounds to all the people that are listening to us as if Israel wakes up in the morning and says, "Oh, let's kill innocent people now." This is not what Israel is doing. Israel
Exactly
is
what you're doing.
killing a lot of children. And my question is, how come you know how many terrorists you've killed?
Are you familiar with the international law? Are you familiar with that at all? Because the international humanitarian law says very clearly, as long as you're targeting civilian targets, you're allowed to attack hospitals if you know they're terrorists. No, but you're not answering my question. Israel is not deliberately killing children. And this accusation is a fake thing that you keep on saying again and again when you know we're a democratic country, cares about human life.
I just asked you a simple question.
At the same time, Hamas is deliberately using the children as human shields. And you know that.
You're 80 years old.
I don't deny anything you say about Hamas. They're everything you say they are, probably worse. I despise Hamas. They are a despicable terrorist organization.
So help us win this war if you're so despising Hamas. You're offering to surrender. You're not offering to win.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
See what she's saying. Well, help us win this war. Don't say the truth, Piers. You've been good for 18 months. Why are you going to change on us right now? We need propaganda. We got to kill those kids.
This question for a purpose. I'm curious why you say you know exactly how many Hamas terrorists have been killed, but you have no idea how many children have been killed. Why is it you know one number, but not the other?
I'll give you the answer. Because in the end of the day, we never target civilians. We only target the terrorists.
Why don't you know the statistics?
And look, you can ask this question.
Are you saying no children have been killed in Gaza?
I didn't say that.
Are you saying that?
I didn't say that.
You know why she won't give the number? Because she knows it's a war crime. Because everything she's saying is recorded and can be used against them in the world court. She would never admit it. You could cut her tongue off and she would threaten to cut her hands off and she would never tell you the number. She'll gladly tell you that we killed 30,000 Hamas, but she won't tell you how many kids she killed. Because she knows that's being recorded and will be used against them in the international courts.
Hey, what are you saying?
Piers, what I'm saying is Hamas needs to be blamed.
Killed?
Hamas needs to be blamed for any child that is being killed in Gaza. Now, if you want to go into this propaganda of Israel is doing this and that,
you know how many terrorists you've killed, but you don't know how many children you've killed in the process.
I have an answer because we targeted those terrorists and we never targeted any civilians. That's the answer, and this is why
you know that many thousands of civilians, but you know many thousands of civilians have been killed. You understand
Piers,
that?
Do you understand that you don't care about my children and other Israeli children by letting 7th of October happen again and again?
Oh, I do. In fact, to my detriment, actually, in the Middle East for many, many months, when I was defending Israel's right to defend itself. But now we're at a point where more and more civilians are getting killed in collateral damage as you wage a war and a strategy and a plan which makes no sense to even your own former prime ministers who think you're committing war crimes. So don't just couch all this as propaganda by people who just... Well, okay, but again, I simply ask you one more time. Why is it you know how many Hamas terrorists you've killed, but you don't know how many children you've killed? Why is that?
As I said again, because in the end of the day, when you're accusing someone in killing,
you don't count one, but you count the other?
You accuse someone in doing something deliberately, while Israel is not doing it deliberately. Can I accuse the UK of killing German children during the war? You would have said it's absurd.
Stop playing whataboutery.
It's absurd.
Explain why you know one number, but you don't know the other.
She can't. She won't tell you that.
Now, everybody knows how much I enjoy my tea, and I'm very happy to say that today's show is sponsored and feel the difference. It's trusted by health experts, including Casey Means and visit peaklife.com.
Moments in the UN history when Tom Fletcher was throwing a number of 14,000 babies are about to die, and in the end of the day, the BBC had to correct that. And this is part of the propaganda that Hamas is promoting.
Yes.
And I don't want Western media to follow up on Hamas propaganda.
Well, I didn't.
It's very simple.
So you're talking to a member of the Western media, and I didn't do anything with that report.
No, but the BBC did, and then they had to take it back.
I'm not the BBC, and they were wrong. And he has now retracted it. He explained that actually he misread it. It was if the blockade went on for the whole year. We all know the reality. It was a mistake.
Yes, but for a day, it was the headline in all Western media.
All right, stop playing the kids. Get them out of the headline.
So we need to fight that. We need to fight the fake.
She's she's grabbing her straws here, trying to get rid of the interview without answering the fact. But Piers is determined. Piers knows that he He has to get those Arab or Muslim audiences back. And they watch. They're very loyal. There's 2 billion Muslims out there.
Things that are happening out there.